Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our show. I know I speak for Heather when I tell you that this upcoming segment is going to be terrific. And you're out there saying, why, Steve, why? Let me tell you why. Because we have a handicapper. I'm talking about a serious handicapper, a student of the game, a specialist. I'm not talking about a thoroughbred guy who likes harness and vice versa. No. He is a standardbred harness expert, and he can make you lots of money. So you want to listen to this guy. His name is E.B. the Coach Helm, and we welcome him here to PA Harness Week. Hi, E.B.
Steve, thank you very much for having me. Heather, very nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Tell us, when did you get started in this game of harness racing, and why do you love it so?
I got started in high school. I'm not sure what attracted me, but I guess reading the daily news with the Jack Kaiser picks and then getting the opportunity to go down and see Brandywine Raceway and go up to Liberty Bell Racetrack, it kind of got in my blood.
I know that when I watch harness racing, it tells an entire story in like 2 minutes. I love baseball, but it takes a couple hours to get through that. You get a whole story, 2 minutes, that's it. I mean, why do you really have a passion for it?
I think it's the excitement. You described it. Those 2 minutes are a special 2 minutes where, you know, it doesn't happen any other time in any other sport. So it's very, very exciting, and it happens quick, and harness is what grabbed me.
I'm an instant gratification girl myself.
Now she tells me. Okay, let's get right to your picks. E.B., what do you got for us this week to enrich our fans out here?
Steve, let's look at a couple of picks here. I'm going to give you 4 picks. The first one is going to be a Harrah's pick, because we're at Harrah's. The second one is going to be a Phillies pick, because I'm a Fightin' Phils fan. The third one is going to be a Dukes pick. Dukes pick because I coach lacrosse. That's how you gave me the name Coach here. It's a Dukes.
Not Coach K, though.
Not Coach K.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Coach K doesn't know harness. Dukes is a lacrosse club, so we got to include them in my picks. And then the fourth choice we're going to give today is the people's pick.
All right.
For all those people that need that extra pick, I got one.
Whoop it on us.
So in Harrah's, we're going to go to Sunday. Here at Harrah's, they have a feature race in the 10th race. The number 1 horse, Tracy's Song with Yannick Gingras, is the horse that I am looking for to come strong in that race. If, in fact, we're looking at some exactas and trifecta plays, let's make sure that we include the number 5, Danny and Diamonds, and the number 6, Flirt with the Dealer.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That's tomorrow.
That is on Sunday, yes, tomorrow. Today, on Saturday, is our other 3 picks. The Phillies pick, we're going to go up to Freehold. And that's this afternoon at Freehold Raceway in the Dexter Cup, which is the beginning step towards the Hambletonian. It's 3-year-old Pacers running for a purse of $160,000, and we're going to run with Keystone Activator. He set a track record and looks very, very strong in this race. For our Dukes pick, we're going to go to Yonkers tonight.
Yonkers?
Yes, up at Yonkers.
Okay.
The Levy was running last week. This week we're going with their open handicap. And in the open handicap for Pacers, $40,000 purse, we're going to go with number 7, 4 Trumps A. I might be stepping out on a little bit of a limb here, but I like this horse a lot. He's won 4 out of 5. And just to be sure, let's make sure we back him up with the number 6, Blue Boy, the number 3, BB Torrio, and the number 4, P.S. I Love You, Heartbreaker, because that horse in particular, it's run at Harrah's. It's 0 for 14 this year, but he's come in second 5 times, come in third 4 times, and has banked $161,000, which is a top 10 earnings horse this year. So we got to include him. Okay. And our last choice, the people's pick. And I have a good friend, Toast, who's here every Saturday night.
I want to ask you how you got the name Toast.
You don't want to know.
Right.
But we're going to go up to Meadowlands because that's where all the action is on Saturday night. They're running the graduate eliminations. They have a great preferred race, and they're running the Berry Creek Final, which is a race 7. And the horse we want in that race is number 2, River Shark. River Shark has been dominating. I see no reason for him not to do it in the final. But just in case, let's include the 3, Hypnotic Blue Chip, with the best driver in the world, Tim Tetrick.
Okay, great. E.B., thank you very much. We'll keep score and let you know how he did on next week's show. And we'll take him to task. If he blows a few or if he gets a few, we'll tout him. And we'll give him his kudos and accolades. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Okay, it's time now to go back into harness racing's history and look at one of the great races of the past. And we refer to it affectionately as our blast from the past. Let's watch.
The trotting fans at Francis Vincent's Racetrack are out for the Prix d'Amérique, Europe's richest trotting race that sees the continent's best out after $80,000 in prize money. Heavy favorite is Ozo, a 5-year-old French mare who is a champ in every rippling muscle. Just keep your eye on his number 15. Oscar RL is Ozo's only real competition in the race. But Roger Massou, owner-driver of the French champ, has no trouble keeping Ozo in the lead. Ozo thrilled crowds in New York last fall with a brilliant victory in the transoceanic trot. A victory today will send him back to the United States for another international trot in April. Now it's still Ozo, followed by Oscar RL and Quick Song, an American horse bred in Italy. Flying, Ozo goes all out in the final dash to the wire, followed by Oscar RL, who hasn't given up yet. Down the stretch, it's Ozo, Oscar RL, and Quick Song. Oscar RL keeps bidding right to the wire, staying on Ozo's heels. He almost makes it, too, but Ozo gets across 1/5 of a second in front, saying, when you peak.
When we come back, we're going to go to Yonkers Raceway and the final of the $370,000 George Morton Levy Memorial Free-for-All Pace. Ain't that a mouthful? Well, guess what? It was worth every word and more. Jump away.
At 1-5, winning it by a length and a half.
Sue is the paparazzo of the group. She's the one that takes the photos of the things you want to remember and a few things you don't. Everyone plays a part at Harrah's.
Only 10 minutes south of the Philadelphia airport.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our show. And as promised, we go up north to Yonkers and one of their big races, the $370,000 George Morton Levy Memorial Free-for-All Pace. It was a goodie. And with all of that, here's our gal, Heather.
Thank you. First of all, let's take a look at Lucky Better. He's an entry mate along with Foiled Again out of the Ron Burke stable. And speaking of Foiled Again, he's won 3 times in the 4 legs. You know, there's been 4 legs and now there's a final. Okay. Yeah. So just a hunch here. You know, he's done really well. And P.S. I Love You Heartbreaker. This horse has not won all year long and has made like more money than every single horse I've ever owned their entire lives, okay?
But the horse is always there.
Yeah, he's always
gets the check. It's a check machine, right?
That's right, that's right.
Foiled Again. Looks to open up here by 2. Blue Ridge Western, not staying with him. Then on the inside, Lucky Better in 3rd. Followed by P.S. I Love You Heartbreaker. They're into the stretch, and Foiled Again running up the score now.
Foiled Again with Yannick Gingras. No surprise there. Wins for fun. 152-3. This horse is a legitimate monster, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, I love this horse.
Yeah. P.S. I Love You Heartbreaker.
Yes.
Comes in 2nd.
Yeah, again.
At 12-1.
I think they call that second-itis.
Do you think? Beating Lucky Better with Greg Rismore by this much. And we caught up with Yannick to see his thoughts about the race.
What happened Saturday night, getting an easy lead and just coast from there was obviously scenario number 1. But it made it a lot easier when Blue Ridge Western, I think was not on his game and never really was a threat for me. So that made it a lot easier on me. Thanks,
Yannick. Well, the co-feature up at Yonkers was the $229,000 Blue Chip Matchmaker Stakes for open mares, and Chancy Lady, a familiar name around these parts, went off the overwhelming 2-5 chalk. Pan Cleef Arpels was the 3-1 second choice, with everyone else bombs away. Well, the giant splash you heard was the bridge jumpers leaping off when Chancy Lady, what do they expect betting a mare with the first name of Chancy anyway, did her best impersonation of a trotter and broke shortly after the start. Pan Cleef and Arpels picked up the pieces to win in 154-4 over Double Dream and pace-setting Amora Hanover. And that's that. And we're plumb out of show. So for my partner, Heather Moffett, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you, have yourself a terrific week. Come on out and bet some races. It'll be good for you. Take care.
Hanover is ranging up on the outside, but it's 4 lengths off.